All right, we're live. How are you doing, brother?
Doing good. Good to see you.
Good to see you too, man. Dude, it's funny because I feel like whenever I see you, we're always at like a bar or hanging out with the homies, but we never like really hang out like just me and you, you know?
Yeah.
Because you're like a friend of a friend. You're not like a close buddy of mine. But I've always been like, because a lot of the people that we hang out with are like not really doing anything, you know? Like they go to school, they go to work, and like that's it.
Work.
Yeah. But then when I met you, I was like, because you're cauliflower ear, I was like, damn, I was like, who's this guy, you know? Because like not a lot of people wrestle, you know,
Yeah,
and
you
so
could tell.
he's a wrestler, you know.
Yeah.
So I was like automatically like intrigued and stuff. But yeah, how long have you been wrestling for?
So I just wrestled in high school.
Okay.
It's coming on 10 years now, but
Yeah.
I didn't know about it as a kid. You know?
Yeah.
Now I help kids, the kids program at Northview High School, California Grapplers, and I see them come up, and I watch them grow. It's special to see, but I never knew anything about it until my freshman year.
Yeah.
Freshman year, I like went to Northview High School, Covina, California, and it just kind of fell into place. You know, like coaches were accepting. You know, they definitely wanted to help support me, and they did, and I ended up doing very well as a 4-year wrestler only as compared to the kids.
So all the other kids that became national champs and stuff.
The kids in California, they wrestle since they're babies.
I can only imagine, bro.
So
shit.
I had a lot of catching up to do, but
yeah,
it was fun. I miss it.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So you did you play any sports before you got to high school?
No, not necessarily.
Yeah.
I just did like a little flag football in like track in middle school.
Yeah.
But nothing as like a child. No football.
Yeah.
A little bit of baseball actually when I was a little younger.
Okay.
It was fun, you know.
Yeah.
So I got a little bit of skills in there.
Yeah. For me, like same thing with like wrestling and stuff. Like I got to high school and then I looked in the mirror one day and I was like, damn, I'm a fat shit, dude. Like I'm super fat. I was like, I gotta get into a sport, dude. Like this is bad. So like I looked at the list. I was like, man, like what should I do? I was like, well, I'm not good at like anything with the ball. I'm not good at basketball's out, football's out. You know. And then I was like, I hate running. You know,
it's
so
hard work.
Yeah. So it's just like running sports. I hate running. So soccer out. And then on top of that, like all the tennis and all those are gay. So I'm not gonna go into those. So it's like, oh, wrestling, like you don't run in wrestling, you know. And so I show up to my first freaking practice, and my coach goes, "Hey, warm up 3 miles." I'm like, coach, I've never like ran 3 miles before, and he was like, yeah, you're gonna learn today. Like, so we at every freaking practice, dude.
Tough,
it's like, and then I learned that we run more than any other sport, man. Like,
yeah, like conditioning's important.
Gosh, it was freaking horrible, dude. Gosh.
Yeah, running's never fun.
So what made
practice was always fun.
Yeah, practice is fun, man.
Scrap it out a little bit.
Yeah, people will never understand like the grind that wrestlers go through. Like they think their sport's super hard, and bro, you guys have no clue like what goes down.
Yeah, we were just watching the team today practice, and at the end of practice they had to do sprints. You know, like after 2 hours of wrestling already, like whoa.
Yeah,
they train hard.
Yeah, we would like start because we would like sometimes we do conditioning on the field. Like we'd get off the mat and just do field training and stuff. So we would like I think school ended at like 2:30, 2:15 around there. Practice started at 3, and we would be the first ones on the field. Like tennis team, football team, they wouldn't even be on the field yet. And so we would go, and then eventually they would show up like 20 or 30 minutes later, and then we'd be running for like 3 hours, just doing all kinds of bullshit, you know.
Crazy.
And then like they would be going home, and we'd still be running.
Training.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is crazy. And like the people like on the other teams, they would be like, dude, like were you guys really out there? I'm like, yeah, that's how our practice is every day, on and off the mat.
They always trip out.
Yeah.
It's a daily grind, you know. If you want to be the best, you have to put in the work, you know. So that's what wrestling instilled in my brain, and then it turned from wrestling, started learning some striking, and just went from there. I wanted to get into the MMA cage, and as soon as I turned like 18, 19, it was time to go.
Yeah. Nice, dude.
Yeah, it was a trip.
So when did you start fighting? Right after high school, or did you go to school?
Actually, no. I actually was supposed to go to Boise State to go wrestle.
Oh, were you?
And I just took another offer I went to the University of Arkansas. I went to school and whatnot, but missed California, so I had to come back. I was like, oh, I'm going home. I miss
home?
I miss my team. I miss my people, you know. So my family, you know. I'm real big on my family, so I came back and I was here just spending time with my family and making sure everything was cool. And I met my coach Josh Aragon. He's from Sit Yat Tong, Los Angeles, and he just started teaching me. Sit Yat Tong. Yeah, it's like 3 syllables.
Oh, okay, for sure.
Yeah, it's straight from Thailand.
Is that in LA?
Now we're in Monrovia, California.
Okay.
But it's considered the LA branch of Sit Yat Tong because they have one in Boston. They have it's straight from Thailand. Like it originated in Thailand. Yeah. And it has a couple other offspring, So. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I started training every day. I fell in love. Boom. Was like, I want to get in there and compete. I missed competing from high school for wrestling, getting my hand raised. Mm-hmm. It's one of the best feelings.
Best feelings in the world, huh?
Yeah, dude. It's not a team. There's no team right there, So as soon as I started scrapping, just ran with it, and 5 years later, I made my pro debut.
So what was your amateur record?
As an amateur, I went 10-2 in MMA and 3-1 in like kickboxing or Muay Thai. I had a couple of each. So it was good learning experience. Be on my feet. Yeah. Had a couple of jiu-jitsu tournaments. I won. I went out there and won. So I started putting everything together and just ended my 16th amateur win on March of this year, and that was it. I was like, all right. I had won two state
like, it's time titles. To get rolling, huh?
It was like 2 state titles. Like, all right, it's time to get paid. Now I'm going pro. I'm starting to get little paychecks. So it's
so when you're amateur, you don't get paid at all.
No, you make a little ticket commission. If you're able to sell tickets, and you get little percentages. So that definitely changed as soon as you went pro because you get your purse and you still get commission on tickets. So it's a bonus, and then.
Yeah, it's funny hearing like all these UFC guys saying like, "Damn, we're not getting paid," this and that, and I do my research and I'm like looking online like, "Oh, what was his fight purse? What was her fight purse?" And I was like, 30 grand? I'm like, but you're in the UFC, like this is the highest level and you're only getting paid 30 grand. But it's also like you have to market yourself, you have to market like the brand and all that other stuff. And I'm like, damn, like these guys are literally like putting their lives on the line to scrap it out and make a living, and they're getting paid dirt. I was like, damn, man, it freaking sucks.
The game's starting to change a little bit, but definitely want to see those.
Well, that's because people are complaining. They're like
checks should need to grow soon.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's why, like, because people are like, dude, I'm not getting paid for what I'm worth. So like, I'll just go to another promotion. They'll take care of me. Yeah. Like that's why all these UFC guys, they're leaving, dude. Like Sergio Pettis just got signed to Bellator. He's probably getting paid like.
That's good.
That's like one of the 5 guys I watched in the flyweight division.
Yeah, he's good.
Like you got Joy Benavidez, Henry, and then Mighty Mouse left.
He went to one.
Yeah, Sergio Pettis is in Bellator now. So it's just like if Henry beats Joy Benavidez, there's literally nobody in the 125 division left. It's just those 2 guys. Until some prospect like sparks up again and like makes it interesting, but other than that, I don't see like who's making it interesting. That's crazy.
Hopefully, there's some young guys trying to keep it alive. I actually want to fight 125s.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, that's my weight class.
So your pro debut was at 135?
It was like catchweight between 125 and 135. Okay. So it was 130.
130s?
Honestly, like I could have made 25s. I don't think the other guy could have made 25s.
Was he like he was taller, right?
No, he was too. We're like the same size. He's a little rounder. He was from the Ukraine or something like that. Oh, okay. So he was a really good wrestler.
Dude,
so
he looked toughish. I didn't see the whole fight, but I saw like highlights and stuff. Like someone showed me on their phone. And I was like, damn, I wanted to go to that fight, man.
He was a good wrestler, yeah. He was heavy, So. Yeah. But he was overweight. He came in at 133.
Oh, did he?
So I'm like, whatever, dude. I'm still going to fight you.
Still going to wreck your ass.
I'm still going to fight you.
Yeah. Oh, man, that's funny. That's crazy. Yeah, that kid looked tough, but you gave it to him. How'd you win that fight?
I actually won via bulldog choke.
The Ben Askren bulldog choke, or what?
Yeah, just kind of like Ben Askren did to Robbie Lawler.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never done it in my life, but it happened, and I'll take it. It was a nice finish.
Yeah.
The guy definitely almost pretty much went out.
Damn.
It was good. Everybody went wild.
Yeah. Freaking Ben Askren, dude. Do you see like the highlights and stuff?
No, not really. That's 2 in a row though.
Yeah.
That's
it's like the first one was like controversial, because like he kind of went out, but he didn't go out for Robbie Lawler. And then the second one, he got starched in the fastest time ever by Masvidal.
Oh my gosh.
And then and the third one. So the third one with Damian Maia, they were like, so for like a good majority of the fight, they were on the feet.
Ooh, wow.
So they were striking with each other. And I was like, man, this striking sucks. But they're giving it to each other, like Ben Askren had like some dirty boxing with some uppercuts, and he kept catching Damian Maia, like cut his his cheek open and stuff.
Wow.
So he was like winning like the striking.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think he took him down like 3 or 4 times during the
match. He was doing good, huh?
Yeah, during the fight. So he was winning. Like he was, in my book, he was up 2-0 going into the third. And so he takes him down. Damian Maia like reverses on him. He gets the top, and then he ends up like choking him out.
Wow.
And I was like so pissed, dude. I was like, dude, I woke up at 5 o'clock for this shit. I don't know what they do with him, dude.
Really hard, huh? Yeah, you can't be giving up your back.
Yeah,
that's not too good. A lot of wrestlers think it's all right.
Yeah,
but you definitely gotta protect your chin because it's no joke.
Yeah.
Poor Ben Askren. I don't know what to say, man.
Damn. All right, cheers, dog.
Cheers.
You like? Have you ever had Buffalo Trace before?
I'm not sure.
No,
but,
it's pretty smooth.
Definitely try it.
One day when you become a real man, you don't need chaser.
Smooth,
yeah. So you have a daughter, right?
Yeah, that's my world right
Yeah,
there.
how old is she?
That's like my motivation. My daughter is 3. She turns 4 February 16th.
Okay.
So she's almost 4.
Yeah. She start school yet and stuff, or?
She's about to. She's almost there. I don't want to put her in too early. She's got that like weird birthday, So.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my world. That's all my motivation right there. I haven't lost actually since I had her.
Yeah. I think you remember telling me that.
Yeah, it's a trip. I think about it like, oh man, it changed my life.
Yeah. It's crazy. Like a lot of people, like when they have a kid, it always changes like their mentality and like their view on the whole world. Stuff.
It's special. Definitely is.
Yeah. But what does she know? Like, let you fight and stuff, or like how does like she's like, oh, daddy, like what do you do for work?
Yeah. I'm a wrestling coach.
Yeah.
And I just have some competitions here and there. You know? I don't like to tell her I fight, but she knows. She's like, oh, that's daddy, I'm fighting. You're on TV. That's daddy, you're fighting.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my daddy. Like, oh man, it kind of breaks my heart, but that's why I want to do good, So she doesn't really see me see me get hurt, But she's been saying she want to go for like the last year, but I don't know. That's my soft spot. It's it'd be hard for her.
But hey, you never know. Maybe you just start starching guys like like when you see her around,
Oh yeah, soon I'm pretty sure she'll be going, but man, she's special. That's my soft spot.
Yeah. What if she like wants to fight someday? Would you let her?
Oh man, she trains already. She trains at our gym.
Yeah. She started wrestling and stuff.
Not necessarily. Like she watches the wrestling, does little stuff, but she does little striking and like little agility and balance.
Training.
Yeah, balance training. She's already trying to jump rope, but she's only 3, so I'm so proud of her. She does it. I think she does it a little because daddy does it.
Yeah, trying to follow in the footsteps and stuff.
So it's special. She has a really good coach at my gym, June Michalowski.
Oh, okay.
She had a back. When she was little, her dad started Bushido karate out there in San Francisco.
Okay.
Right, and so her dad knew. His name was Ralph Castro. He knew what's his name? He knew like all these different actors, maybe like Jackie Chan. No, not Jackie Chan. Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
And then like all of like the beginning ages back then. So it was cool. She teaches my daughter, so I'm pretty thankful for that.
Is a girl?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's the wife of my head coach.
Oh, okay.
So they kind of run it together. My head coach, Crew Walter Michalowski.
Mm-hmm.
He's training in Thailand with the team Siyatong.
Yeah.
And Crew Yatong, and then he brought it out here. It was like 15 years ago, and so now he's the head coach. Crew at Sit Yatong in Monrovia.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah, so they do a lot for me. They kind of like help me get to where I am now. So I'm thankful for all of them.
Yeah. So I remember you telling me, because you're a wrestling coach at Northview, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you also fight, and then you also security guard at the school as well, right?
Yeah.
So technically, you have 3 jobs.
Yeah.
So where does like your training and all that stuff come into play? Like, dude, you're busy. You have 3 jobs, yeah, technically.
Pretty much.
So
I just continue to work hard for my daughter, to provide for her future. But it gets hectic. Back in the day, I was coaching the little kids too. So I would go train, go straight to the high school, coach the high school kids, go home, shower, and go back to the high school and coach the little kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know, now I work during the day. I'll coach, I'll teach. I'll coach after school, and I'll work during the day at the school sometimes. And then now I gotta start getting some training in the evening. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So my schedule's changed all through the years, but I somehow make it happen and train a lot.
If there's a will, there's a way, right?
Especially if I have a fight, I'm training 2-3 times a day.
Yeah.
Just making it happen.
Yeah.
You know?
So for camps, you like full camps, like 3-month camps, or what do you usually do? Because I know
like 2,
2 months
and a half, 2 months, you know.
Yeah. Do you have a fight like scheduled soon, or are you trying to get in the works, or?
There's a couple promotions that are kind of reaching out.
Okay.
But I'm gonna wait until maybe December, hopefully January.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're just starting actually season coaching with all the high school kids, so it's kind of good helping me with my wrestling game. But it's gonna take a lot of my time. I'm gonna be wrestling tournaments almost every weekend.
Yeah.
So we'll just have to work around it and hopefully get back in there. You know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get another dub. I've been itching. It's been a little while.
Getting that itch.
Missing.
Dude. So do you only fight for one promotion, or do you fight for multiple ones?
Well, when I was an amateur, you know, it started with Spar Star.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Spar Star, and from Spar Star, I started trying to. I was like, oh, I got this belt. I won my first Spar Star championship.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, I'm trying to get. If there's more promotions, I'm trying to get all the belts.
Yeah.
So then I met MMA Events Inc. and then I worked my way up to their belt, and I worked my way up to a kickboxing title too. So I was like, oh, I want to get me one of those.
Yeah.
I got me a BJJ belt, and now I got me one of those. I was like, oh, I'm trying to start collecting all these belts, and then I worked so hard, you know, and I built up a record. Like 4 or 5 wins in a row, a couple of finishes, and then it was like, all right, it's time to go for the state title, you know.
Yeah.
The best in California. I'm trying to fight that person, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I worked my way all the way up here. So then I won the 25s last year, 2018 in June, and I won the 25 belt by unanimous decision and just dominated. Just wanted to make sure it's lock that belt in.
Yeah.
And then this year they offered me the 135, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna be a 2-division champ. You know, I'm gonna try to be the California champ. So I had a really tough competition, but I got that finish in the first round.
Okay.
I was happy, you know.
Yeah.
That was it, you know. I was like, all right, I got 2 belts, 2 state championships, 25 and 35. It's time to do it. And then I met George and Sean Merriman actually started LXF.
Okay.
It's called Lights Out.
Yeah.
Lights Out Extreme
I think
Fighting.
That's the one you fought it, right?
That was my pro debut, right? So they started it, and I was like, oh, I'm in. It got on Fox. It was on Fox Sports West. One of those cool little shout outs I got after I see you on TV. I was like, wow, this is special. You know, I'm trying to keep this up. So hopefully I'll fight for them again. We'll see. Get back on Fox. But we'll see.
So you're currently fighting for Lights Out then?
Yeah, it's called Lights Out Extreme Fighting.
Okay. It's crazy, man. So how many like teammates do you have from your camp that are like in that promotion as well?
Actually, I think it's November. If I'm not mistaken, it's November 15th. My strength and conditioning coach, Big Mike, shout out to Big Mike. He's fighting for their heavyweight strap.
Is he?
As a pro, you know, he's got a good amount of wins, so he's fighting for the heavyweight strap in November for Lights Out. So got a couple of them. Hopefully, my boy Johnny will get in there soon and go pro. He's got a couple. He just won the state championship at 45, so he's an amateur. So he got a couple more. We'll see, but not too much MMA. My gym's more like more traditional Muay Thai.
Okay.
So we got a lot of we have fights at our gym every other month or so. But we have a couple pros and that go there for Muay Thai
for striking and stuff.
Not
just
necessarily
striking.
Just MMA.
Yeah. Do you train at any of just MMA gyms?
Not necessarily, but I've gone and checked out with Mark Munoz at the training lab.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen
what
him a couple of times. They were at the Huntington Beach Ultimate Training Center, so I've seen a couple people there a couple times. Yeah. But that was in Huntington Beach, but they got their own facility now. I think it's in the OC area. Yeah. So I gotta go say what's up to them and get a little cross training because they do a lot of MMA, just MMA strictly. Yeah. So I need a little bit of that because my striking's already I've just been working striking and a little bit of jiu-jitsu.
And all the other stuff kind of just falls through when you neglect it, Yeah,
so I think MMA would be a good spot over there because they got a whole brand new facility. I'm wow.
And you have a lot of hits to train with too, because a lot of the guys that are just doing Muay Thai and stuff they're just strikers, right? They probably don't have any wrestling backgrounds, no jiu-jitsu, stuff like that, no judo. So you're not getting tossed around, so you're not feeling those rubs from those guys.
Exactly, but love my gym. Yeah. So that's why I'm trying to get some MMA in soon. So we'll see.
It's crazy, man. Would you ever check out Millennia?
Oh, I know a couple people that go to Millennia. Tatiana, shout out Tatiana and Mariah and Coach Charlie Valencia. He was old school WEC and UFC. Yeah. He's always told me to go down there, but I never got down there. Maybe one day. It's just a little that way. I think it's Rancho or something.
The Rancho, right?
Yeah.
In the ass crack of nowhere.
It's I'm not trying to drive far, Yeah.
Isn't Tatiana is she from Covina or is she from West Covina?
I'm not necessarily sure. She wrestled at my high school.
She went to Northview, right?
She wrestled there, yeah. Shout out to Northview.
Dude, it's funny because I'm from Hawaii, right? I was raised in Hawaii, that's all I've ever known. And I had a buddy that went to my church, and we were talking about wrestling and stuff because I was in the middle of season. I think I was a junior or senior, and he's like, "Dude, I wrestled too." I was like, "Oh, where'd you wrestle in?" He's like, "Oh, I wrestled in Covina, Northview High School."
Oh, tight.
And I was like, "Oh, that's crazy because I'm gonna be going to college in that area in San Dimas, so it's pretty much right there." Yeah. And he was like, "Yeah, dude, our team used to kick ass." I was like, "Sure they did, But then I came to California, and then everyone was like, "Yeah, dude, Northview used to wreck everybody, and they're still pretty damn good to this day." Yeah.
Yeah, they work hard. We had a good coaching system over there. Shout out David Ochoa and Bobby Bellamy. They put in so much work for the last 20, 30 years. It's oh man, the tradition just continues. So anybody that's around our area definitely knows Northview Wrestling is a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
So we have a good team this year. I'm actually coaching again, so it's gonna be exciting.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
That's crazy. So how many guys do you have on your roster right now?
I'm not necessarily sure. They have a lot of guys in football still, so we're kind of preseason right now. We're getting ready to jump into season though. Dude, our girls team is huge right now. There's a lot of girls going out. It's expanding fast.
Do you know Sandra?
Yeah, I know Sandra.
Sandra from B-Dubs?
Yeah, she wrestled at Northview.
Yeah. When I used to work at B-Dubs, we used to just screw around in the back.
She's funny. She's cool.
Yeah. I used to always go for a single leg. She's like, "Oh, how do you always get me?" I was like, "The single legs are my thing, girl. Single legs are my thing."
That's funny. You snapped a single real quick.
Yeah. He's like, she has some big legs, so it's not the easiest thing in the world, But my coach, back in the day, he taught me how to do singles. I think it was David Taylor. Do you know who David Taylor is? So David Taylor was super beast at singles. And then for the strong, I wasn't that strong because I was kind of tall for my weight class. I wrestled at 138, so almost the same weight as you, And then, but I was one of the tall guys. I think I was second or third tallest.
Oh, wow.
In my division. And so he was like, "Oh, if you're gonna do one, you do a single legs, or you do a high cross to a single." And I was like, "Okay," so we got that down to a T. And then I have long legs, but I have a short torso. So what I would do is I would wake up super early, 6 o'clock in the morning, and then I would train with like the special ed teacher. His name is Mr. Hikiji, and nobody ever knew that he was the first 3-time state champion in Hawaii.
Oh,
he was a special ed teacher, dude, like super old, and
old school.
Yeah, so he taught me like all like the fundamentals of wrestling. To this day, I can't take him down, and he's so strong, super small. He wrestled at like 106 pounds back in the day, but he's freaking tank, dude. Super beast. But he taught me how to leg ride the right way. Nice. And it was a good time, man. It was super beast.
Yeah, I miss that. I miss training, going to tournaments and all that good stuff.
Do you like fighting like the taller guys or the shorter guys?
I don't know. It don't really matter. It's
yeah.
Like,
I'm just gonna beat your ass. Like it don't matter.
Getting ready for a fight is just like
yeah,
putting in as much work as I can to know I outworked my opponent. You know.
Yeah.
And it's just another phase.
Yeah. But do you notice the difference? Like when you fight a shorter or a taller guy?
Oh, a little bit, yeah.
Like I used to feel it in like wrestling.
Yeah, it's way different.
Yeah. Cause like when you wrestle like when I wrestled a tall guy, like it was easier to pick him up because he was like because his weight was spread around a little bit more. Yeah. But sometimes like his feet would still be touching the ground. Like when I picked him up, so I'm like, oh shit, you know, like. Yeah, so I had to like buckle down and then obviously drive in more. But like the shorter guys, they were like heavier. But once you got them off the ground, you could blast right through them, you know. Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah, just different techniques you have to use for everybody's different, you know.
Yeah. So realistically, they're probably gonna get rid of the flatweight division, right?
I mean, I think they're trying to.
You think so?
I'm not sure. I mean, One FC, they definitely got a whole roster full of them.
Oh, yeah. Dude, they're all Asian, bro.
They're
all
Asian,
small.
They're all small, you know? So I would like to fight for them.
Yeah.
Hopefully next year they're supposed to come out here in 2020.
Yeah.
So
I think, you know Christian Lee?
Yeah, Christian
Lee. So I actually grew up with him. Yeah. So I actually grew up with him, like when we were in high school.
Oh, that's
Yeah, we went to the same church camp, and then, so shout out to Christian Lee, actually.
Yeah,
but and his sister. But ever since I've known them, they've been fighters. They've always been fighters.
That's tight.
I think he was in like 8th grade, and I think she's a year older than me. So she was. I think I was like a sophomore or junior, and she was a senior. But they just started wrestling like the next year after that camp that we went to. And so like Christian was super nice guy, one of like the nicest guys I've ever met. Super humble, works super hard, and like at camp, like I got to know him. I was like, hey, dude, like, what do you like, what do you want to be when you grow up? You know, like, what's your dreams and stuff? He's like, dude, I want to be a professional fighter. And I was like, really? Like, bro, come on, like,
be serious.
You're a skinny Asian dude, you know?
Crazy.
Yeah. And then we took off our shirts to take a shower, ripped to the gills. I'm like, okay, like, you look like you could be a fighter, you know, like the 8-pack going down.
That's crazy.
And dude, but super super nice family. So they both started wrestling in high school. I think they just did it just to get the feel of wrestling, you know, like so, like when they really did start like fighting like professionally and stuff, that they would be ready, because they've been martial artists for forever. So
that's cool.
Yeah. So. But
it's crazy to think professional, you know, like
yeah,
you've seen it on TV and it's like what, and then to be there, then to see yourself, it's like wow, like I really did that. It's special. It's hard to explain.
Dude, I'm excited for you, man. Like, I can't wait for your next fight. And usually, like, I was thinking about, because like part of this like show that I'm doing right now with you and like a bunch of other people is like we're doing the podcast, which is what we're doing right now. But at the same time, like I want to follow up with like a vlog video on just like your lifestyle and like what you go through, your diets, your weight cuts, like all that stuff, you know, because a lot of people don't understand that, dude.
Yeah, there's a lot
to
it.
Yeah, there's a lot to it, and like in other sports, you just show up, dude. Like you just show up and you compete, you know. But with mixed martial arts, it's a totally different animal, dude. It's super different. People understand that.
Yeah, there's a lot of backdrop that nobody really sees. You know, you just see the fight, but you have to train, you have to recover, you have to eat right, you have to go and run. Everything has to go as planned, you know, and it's timing, you know. That's why camp is called camp.
Yeah.
You know, you have 2 months to get down in weight and get your training right. It takes a while. I mean, everybody thinks you just show up and fight.
Yeah.
It's not that easy.
Yeah, dude. like that's like probably like the one thing I don't miss about like competing and stuff is the fact that like, dude, that was the weight cuts, man.
Weight cuts, everybody loves to eat,
dude, and especially in Hawaii, bro. Who doesn't like to eat? You know. So like I remember one time it was Thanksgiving. And like my parents threw a whole like shindig, you know, like potluck style. Everybody brought some stuff.
It was wrestling season.
And no, it was because Thanksgiving is always like on a Thursday, right, or something like that. So it's Thursday, Friday, and then Friday's where I do most of my weight cutting, and then Saturday like I do like the last 2 pounds, you know. But it was Thursday, and I'm like at the table, I'm eating like fruits and like salad, you know, and everyone's eating stuffing and turkey. And everyone's like, dude, why aren't you eating, you know? I was like, I can't, like, I got this tournament, it's really important. It's really important.
You don't
like,
understand.
Yeah, you don't understand, you know? Like, if I miss weight, coach is going to kill me, you know? Yeah. Have you ever missed weight before or no? Like in high school or anything?
Not necessarily.
You know? Almost?
We got it down.
Yeah. Dude, I remember my sophomore year, I tried to cut down, and I missed weight by like a pound.
Oh, wow.
And, my coach is pissed, dude. Like he didn't yell at me or anything, you know, but like the look on his face was just like so disappointed. And so I remember that, like I still remember it to this day. I'm like, fuck, dude, I'm never missing weight again because I just saw my coach's face and I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that again. I'm not gonna see that face again. But I ended up still wrestling that day because, so I think I was trying at that time I was trying to cut to like 140. So I was like 141 or 141.5. Yeah. And I was like, damn, like, shit, you know? And so the guy at 145, he obviously had his spot. And the guy at 152 had ringworm. They found his ringworm during the weigh-in. So they were like, so my coach was like, well, you're eligible for 52 if you want to bump up 2 weight classes, technically. And I was like, all right, let's roll. So
dude, that's
yeah.
tight.
So we ended up doing it. We ended up going. I think I had 2 buys and then one... and then I had one guy I had to wrestle, and so we're going at it. Homeboy picks me up and he freaking dumps me on the mat, busts my lip, and so he ends up like getting super he's like super heavy on me. So I flip him over on his back and end up pinning him.
Oh wow!
And the whole crowd goes wild.
That's
and then the whole season I got my ass kicked because I thought I had one good match. So I was like, I'm not gonna cut all that weight. Like I'm just gonna stay at 52, and I got wrecked the whole sophomore year. Yeah, it was all bad, dude.
Yeah, making weight is important, especially as a professional. I see a lot of guys trying not to make weight on purpose.
Yeah, just trying to get that edge or what?
Yeah, kind of, just to be a little more hydrated, and they don't care. They get a little percentage, you know.
Yeah.
But they're like, nah, they don't care. They'd rather be healthier, I guess. But
yeah,
that's the point of the weight class, you know. As a professional, at least I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, so making weight's important. And
what's it called?
I'm trying to get to 25s again.
Yeah. How tall are you?
I'm like 5'5".
5'5".
Not too tall.
Yeah. So you're in about the 125 range.
Exactly.
You know?
So
like a lot of people aren't. You know. Like even
too tall.
Yeah. Like even like 5'6" or 5'7". Those guys like
pretty tall.
Like even making 138. Like for me in high school, like I'm 5'8". So, and I was like maybe second or third tallest in my weight class. And I was like, shit, this is hard, dude. Like, I'm like one of the tallest guys in here, and all these other guys are like 2-3 inches shorter. So that's like they're chilling when it comes to getting down there. I'm not, you know. But a lot of them did have a lot more muscle than me, so they were like stockier and stuff. Yeah. But the 2 guys that I did wrestle that were taller than me, one was like a lot taller than me. I had a war with him, and I was looking at his body. I was like, damn, this fool's ripped. I don't think I can beat this guy. Ended up beating him, and then the next guy, the taller one, he was actually the state champ.
Oh,
he was a 3-time state champ. Yeah, so he like wrecked me. He destroyed me. I had no chance.
Those long ones will get you.
Yeah, so he was tall and lanky. So his name is Braden Nakao. He's actually a professional fighter now.
Oh really? That's tight.
So he's actually trying to. I think he's trying to get into Bellator right now. So he's like calling out everybody. He's undefeated. He's undefeated as a pro. I think he's like 5-0 or whatever, 4-0. So he's He's making his way up
Damn,
there.
You know a bunch of fighters.
Dude, everyone in Hawaii likes to fight, dude.
I know them Hawaiians, man.
Yeah. So he actually trains at Gracie Technics with Max Holloway.
Oh, tight.
So Max trains there. A bunch of people train there. I think Yancy Medeiros used to train there.
Yancy's legit.
But I think he trains in Stockton now or something with Nate Diaz.
Well, that's tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been seeing him with Nate.
Yeah.
Nate's about to get down this weekend.
It's gonna be beast, dude.
Yeah,
Who do you got on
well.
that fight?
I hope he does well, just because he's from the West Coast.
Yeah, but what does your brain say though?
Oh, I don't know, man.
Yeah?
A fight's a fight. Like people be like betting on fights, you know.
Yeah.
I'm straight. I don't. I'm a fighter. I know how it is. You know, anything can happen.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll
who
see.
do you think has like the better skill set though? Do you like if you had to put money on it, like what would you do?
I'm gonna roll with my boy Nate.
Nate?
But there's you never know. Like I say, it's a fight. You never
Yeah.
know. But I'm excited for that one. It should be good.
Yeah, I have to bartend that night. I'm trying to get it off, dude. Hope someone picks it up. There's so many people on that card. Let's look it up right now.
Damn, Nate dog and
Dude, this card is
and
super
Masvidal.
stacked.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
It's crazy how it almost didn't happen.
I know.
And then it did.
Freaking
I was like,
USADA, dude.
"Woo."
What do you think about that whole BMF thing, though? You like it or no?
I think it's pretty cool, you know. Like,
You think so?
he's beating a lot of people, you know. And Masvidal's been in the game for just as long, pretty much. So it's like,
But to call it like the BMF title, you know?
baddest motherfucker, you know, like.
But here's the thing,
I
though, like,
respect it.
but wouldn't you think that isn't that what the UFC belt represents? You know, it's like you're the baddest
Well, I mean,
motherfucker in
Nate's
this
fought for the
division.
belt.
That's true.
So he's got his own belt.
That's true. But how do you think he would do against Kamaru Usman with his high level wrestling and stuff and just pressure?
Nate don't care.
He doesn't
Nate
care.
might choke him out.
But here's the thing: like when Nate Diaz fought Rory McDonald back in the day, and Rory just kept wrestling him and suplexing him, he got dogged. You know, imagine what Kamaru Usman would have done to him. You know.
Never know.
So I think whoever wins this gets the title for sure after this Kobe and Kamaru Usman thing.
Kumar and Kobe. That's hilarious. That's like the jackass right there.
So yeah, you got Diaz and Jorge Masvidal.
The main
Who else we got?
MSG. That's tight.
Who do you got for Gastelum and Till?
Gastelum probably gonna outdo Till.
You think so?
Gastelum's a beast. And he's from the west side.
Till is moving up though.
Till's big.
Till's a big boy. I was watching highlights. I was watching the inside the octagon. Have you ever seen that before?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, so they like break down fights and
Mhm.
stuff. And I saw a clip of like Till and Masvidal like squaring up like in the cage. And I was like, damn, Till's a freaking big boy, dude. And he like I wasn't surprised he won that first round. Like just hitting with that straight left. And Jorge went down.
Yeah, he dropped him.
He dropped him in the first cause Jorge went for like a flying kick or a knee or something, and he kneed Darren Till right in the nuts. Like the first 2 seconds, yeah. And then he comes back with a straight left and drops him. Like, ooh. Yeah, that's pretty bad. This is like an interesting fight. Thompson and Vicente. I think Thompson gets it. He's on.
Oh no.
I think
that Vicente guy is strong.
Did you see that Perry fight? Mike Perry and Luque?
No, didn't they go at it? Didn't Vicente win?
Yeah, he did, but I thought Perry won actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
he was busted. He have a broken nose.
yeah, he broke his nose.
Break his nose?
Yeah, like that, like
Oh,
crooked
my
and stuff.
gosh. Yeah, that
But,
shit's scary,
like,
bro.
When it came to the like striking exchanges and stuff, and like put like controlling like the octagon and putting pressure, I thought Perry like had it.
He was moving.
Yeah. If anything, it would be I would call it a draw if anything, because they were both giving it to each other. Perry looked fucked up at the end because like his nose is bad.
It was horrible.
I think Stephen Thompson bounces back in a big way. I think Darren Till also does the same thing. I don't know, man. It's an interesting card, dude. Like these are pay-per-view guys, dude. Like these aren't fight night guys. This is a good card, and usually, like the UFC has been putting out some like crap cards, like that Ben Askren and Damian Maia card. Like
they probably just do it.
They had 2 fights on there that were like top tier guys, you know.
It's definitely the game is changing a little bit.
Yeah, so But this one, they finally stacked it up good. You got Derek Lewis. I think he lost to Thiago Santos. No, not Thiago Santos. Who's Junior Dos Santos. And now he's back.
That Russian.
Yeah, have you seen him fight before? Is he good?
He's decent. Yeah, he's just heavyweights. You know how heavyweights go. Yeah. Someone's gonna get dropped. Yeah. You know?
Well, Derek Lewis is a freaking power puncher, dude.
They both are. So they're gonna go at it.
Is he?
They're gonna throw.
Yeah.
They're gonna go at it.
I think Derek Lewis is. If I had to put money on it, his best days are behind them. I have a feeling.
I mean, you never know, but like, yeah, for sure he's definitely.
Hey, at least he got a title shot.
He got him.
He got up to the number one contender spot. So that's
he fight Cormier.
Yeah. No wrestling at all.
Cormier loves those easy fights.
Yeah. Yeah, that was. I think that was like one of the dumbest things ever. Was when Stipe didn't get his rematch automatically, and then Derek Lewis got it, and he got it because he was losing a fight against Volkov, that tall Russian dude.
Knocked him out.
Yeah, and then he knocks him out in the last 10 seconds. Like, crazy. Bro, you were losing on every single scorecard, like that anybody would have ever wrote.
You know?
Yeah. But this right here, this fight's the this one is like this should be co-main if anything.
This is really a good one.
Who's the co-main? Oh, Gastelum and Darren Till. Yeah, it would definitely be between.
It's gonna be a good one.
The Darren Till and Gastelum fight versus
I don't know about
Gillespie.
Kevin Lee. He's not gonna make it out. I don't think he keep up the wrestling.
Yeah, Gregor Gillespie is a freaking beast, and I actually because Gregor like posted something about the fight, and he was promoting himself, and so I commented on his post, and I was like, this guy will be the next lightweight champion. He will be the next lightweight champion by the end of this year. And then he ended up liking it, and then I also commented, but please fight more than once or twice a year, because he only fights like once or twice a year, because he's like spends the rest of the year like fishing, because have you ever seen his Octagon interviews?
No.
So he's like, oh, I'm the best fisherman in MMA, because he loves to fish, but he like disappears for like 4 or 5 months, because he loves to fish too much. And like he comes out of the blue and he just beats someone's ass and he goes right back in. So that's why like people are starting to recognize him and stuff.
Yeah, he's starting to
but dude, tough fight for Kevin Lee, dude. So bad. Especially like after that welterweight debut and then he lost to RDA. And then like I'm pretty sure someone convinced him like, dude, you got to go back to lightweight because it's back to lightweight. But it's like, dude, you don't look healthy at lightweight, man. You're freaking starving your stuff. You don't look good. You looked better. You did look good at welterweight, right. Like, but RDA is like no punk.
Oh, he's legit.
Yeah, like if you get through RDA, you're a contender.
He's been in the game for a long time.
So it's just like, dude, like don't kill yourself. But Gregor Gillespie is probably the best wrestler in that division. A lot of people are gonna comment saying like, oh no, Khabib is the best. But Khabib cannot take somebody down without bringing him to the fence. Have you ever seen that before?
Yeah, he's got.
Like he's a good grappler. And Chael Sonnen said it the best. He's not the best wrestler, but he's a good grappler.
Yeah, he's not.
Anybody he gets to the fence, he pulls him in and he can take him down. If he tries to shoot on you, like in the middle of the octagon, you can stuff it. Even Conor can stuff it. You know. But Gregor Gillespie can actually wrestle. He wrestled Jordan Burroughs back in the day.
That's crazy. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's I guarantee, like if I had to put all my money on it, like everything I've ever known, which isn't much, but dude, I think he's gonna be the champ by the end of this year. I think this is what I think.
He's gonna get up there.
I think Gregor beats Kevin Lee, right? If Gregor stays in the mix, right? If he takes another fight in the middle of the next year, because this year's almost over, so you can't really count for this year. So he beats Kevin Lee, boom, easy work. And he gets a top 5 guy. Yeah. He's gonna beat that person, maybe a Cerrone or a Gaethje. I think by that time, I think Gaethje's gonna have a title shot.
Gaethje's been winning.
Yeah, he's been looking freaking beast too.
Beast.
Yeah, so he beats them, and I think Tony's gonna be at the top, and he's gonna take out Tony. I really do.
Think Tony and Khabib are gonna fight?
I think Tony beats Khabib.
That's crazy.
What do you think?
He believes it.
What do you believe?
Like again, you never know. It's a fight, but that would be a good one. I want to see it.
Yeah.
It's hard to choose for me.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. That's once that fight announcement comes out, I'm gonna requesting the day off, dude.
I need that day off.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna be wanting to watch that.
Yeah, cause dude, like, oh man, I hate saying this, but I feel like it's so true. I just don't think Khabib is as good as people say he is.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
Pretty open, you know.
Yeah, like there's so many holes in his game.
Striking's like whatever.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like when Conor like stormed into the UFC and stuff like that, and he started like just starching everybody, boom, 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 and he started calling the shots, and I was like, dude, there's so many holes in his game, like people don't even understand. And he's like, no, he's invincible, and he finally loses to Nate Diaz, and Nate Diaz wasn't even a top 5 guy, you know? It's just like, come on, bro, like. And the thing is, Conor was like super dehydrated when he was fighting at 145. Like he was a natural 155er the whole time.
Crazy, bro.
You know.
When you see him make weight.
Yeah. So, but the 155 division is looking deep, dude.
Stacked, man. There's a lot of good guys in there.
Dude, I think after this Khabib and Ferguson fight, I think Gaethje gets it. Because Gaethje can wrestle, dude. Gaethje's a good wrestler, and he's probably one of the best strikers in the 55 division.
He's knocking people out.
Yeah, he's starching people, bro. But dude, even like look at this card. So this is the pay-per-view card. And wait, where is it? Wait. This is just the main card. They usually show the here we go, prelims. So the prelims, you got Johnny Walker and Corey Anderson. Have you seen Johnny Walker?
Johnny Walker's just long.
Yeah.
He's been getting.
Did you see like he hurt himself his last fight?
Yeah.
Dude, what a freaking idiot.
Bro, come on, man.
But Corey Anderson's no punk either.
Corey Anderson's been in the UFC for a while.
Yeah, bro. He's been doing good. His only setback was that I think it was OSP, Open St. Preux. He was winning the fight and then he got knocked out.
OSP's scary big.
Yeah. So, but Johnny Walker's a terror. The only thing that I'm worried about Johnny Walker is like because he starches every single person that
gas tank.
Yeah, that too, and then because Corey Anderson's a wrestler, he's like a straight up grinder, and he'll just wrestle you and put pressure on you, and he'll lay on top of you the whole time. You don't really see Johnny Walker's wrestling. You know, he was kind of like an Adesanya. He was kind of like an Adesanya before, like you saw him defend takedowns and stuff. Because you didn't really know like how it was gonna go down and stuff. So
should be a good one.
Yeah. Hopefully his shoulder's all right. If he hasn't recovered yet, that's gonna suck. Do you know these guys?
Americani. Shane Burgos. No, none of
Burgos sounds familiar.
I heard of their names.
Yeah, Brad Tavares, shout out to all the Hawaiians back at home.
And then Shabazian, he's came to my gym a couple times.
Oh, has he? Is he beast or what?
From GFC.
What's GFC?
He's fighting GFC's where Ronda used to train.
Oh, okay.
With Edmund.
Before she got knocked out or what?
So with Brad, he's from the islands.
The island, bro. For the Hawaii. I think he lives in Vegas now. So he trains in Vegas. I don't know what camp he trains at, but definitely from Hawaii. I think
Hawaii.
I don't know what island he's from, but I think he might be from the Big Island.
It's tight.
Yeah. So we got we got one Hawaiian on the card.
Should be a good one.
Yeah, we got one Hawaiian on the card, which is chill. Andrei Arlovsky's still doing the freaking thing.
He's still fighting.
Look at his broken ass now.
He don't care. He just wants to fight.
He don't give a shit, huh?
He's the pit bull.
Yeah, so that's the prelims. That's a pretty good card. I know like every single person on here. Which is chill. That I don't even know how to say his name. What's his name? Rosenstruck. He had I think his debut in the UFC. He had like a I think the fight lasts like 10 seconds and he starts the guy like nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, and those heavyweights, you never know, man.
Yeah.
Somebody go to sleep real quick.
But this is the thing that I looked at was this Lyman Good dude. Do you know who this guy is? Dude, this fool is beast. So I think his only loss in the UFC is to Damian Maia. and he got submitted like on the feet because Damian Maia caught his back. But this guy is jacked to the gills. And so back in the day, he lost to Ben Askren.
Oh, wow.
So I think Ben Askren beat him. Pretty sure. But this guy's definitely a prospect.
Some names, yeah.
Yeah. So he has like a lot, and this is like the early prelims, dude. This is like two people are watching this, and Lyman Good's on here. Like this is a top dude in the UFC. Like he's pretty beast. So all around, pretty good card, man. Pretty damn crazy.
Everybody was going crazy when they thought this fight wasn't gonna happen.
Yeah, like who?
Everybody
like your teammates and stuff.
Just friends. And
yeah.
People I know. It sucks. It's not gonna happen. I'm like, it'll happen sooner or later. And then the next day or so, I was like, wow, that was quick.
Yeah.
Nate Diaz is no punk though, so he's not gonna let them say this and that. You know, he's all right. I'm not gonna fight. you gotta mess around. And,
you think his brother comes back or no?
That would be tight. I would like to see that. You never know.
Yeah.
Him and Poirier. I heard Poirier started getting into it a little bit.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like Poirier was like he just got out of surgery or something, right? For like his shoulder or something.
Yeah, he posted that big thing.
And he was like, I think he called him like a punk ass bitch or something, something like that, right?
Some funny shit.
That's crazy. How do you think you would match up with these killers, bro?
I'll be at the 25s.
25s?
Yeah.
Where is it?
Some names there.
Benavidez. Who do we got? Brandon Moreno. Kai Kara France.
I could compete with all of them.
You think so?
Yeah, definitely.
If you had to pick one, like, who'd you pick?
I would go through them all.
Yeah?
It's just going to take a little while, but I would like to fight them all. I'm not scared of anybody.
Yeah.
But a couple of those top names I already know I could beat. It's just with my wrestling and then my striking. Yeah, a lot of these guys, they've just been fighting just as long as I have. You know?
Yeah.
So I just took my time as an amateur so I could get up there.
Yeah. How many professional fights do you want to have before you want to go into like one of these promotions?
Just a couple more. Just a couple more around here locally, you know.
Yeah.
Grow my record a little bit.
Yeah.
And then maybe get into like Bellator or ONE FC.
Yeah. You don't want to go into the UFC?
I mean, the UFC is cool for the promotion, you know, but it's super
political, I bet.
I guess you could say political.
Yeah.
You know, like they're main guys up here, and everybody down here is not getting paid as much, you know.
Yeah. So. Yeah, absolutely. That's the thing, though. Like the only thing, Brendan Schaub like ended up saying this on his podcast recently, after like the Ben Askren fight, because Ben Askren was a champion for Bellator and he was a champion for one championship, and then he obviously crossed over to the UFC and like he's 1 and 2 in the UFC, you know. So it's not like even though you're dominant in the other promotions, like the UFC is a whole new.
Yeah,
whole new beast.
Definitely some very big names up there, you know.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
But there isn't too many people in 25s, you know. 35 is a little different.
Yeah. Realistically, they're gonna get rid of the 125 division. Thinking about it, who do they have? Yeah, Joey Benavidez, Formiga. The top 2 and 3 guys got they fought already.
And 4, they're all Brazilian.
Yeah. Brandon Moreno's been in the damn thing forever. Still top 5. That's chill. Kai Kara France. Do you know who that is?
I think I've seen him before.
So he actually he trains with Israel Adesanya. He's part of that camp. Him, Dan Hooker, Adesanya. And so he was on the Ultimate Fighter when it was the Cejudo versus Benavidez one that season, and
I didn't remember.
He was a fan favorite for sure, and so for the longest time he's been trying to get into the UFC. I think he's maybe 3 or 4-0 in the UFC, so he's like climbing the ranks. He's top 6, so top 10 is not bad. Tim Elliott went for the title already, kind of got destroyed, and after that you don't really have too many people, huh?
Not really.
I'll tell you one thing though. This bantamweight division is looking scary.
There's a lot of big names out there.
Yeah, Marlon Moraes. He's still a threat to anybody. Aljamain Sterling looked good against Pedro Munoz. You know who Corey Sandhagen is?
Yeah, I've seen him before.
Yeah, so he just fought a Sunsao and he just beat the brakes off a Sunsao.
He did really well.
So it's like, damn, dude.
Yeah, he's up there. He got up there quick.
Yeah, and he came out of nowhere, dude. Like I've watched a lot of UFC and I follow it a lot. I've never seen Corey Sandhagen fight until he fought a Sunsao, and a Sunsao is like pretty much the gatekeeper of that division. If you can beat a Sunsao, you get a title shot.
Yeah, he's been in there a long time.
Yeah, so Peter Yan, he's gonna be fighting Uriah Faber.
Seen that.
Aljamain Sterling, I can't remember who Aljamain Sterling is gonna fight. Do you remember?
I'm not sure.
Let me see. Aljamain Sterling is gonna fight. I remember. Oh no, I don't think Aljamain Sterling's matched up yet. But Marlon Moraes is gonna fight Jose Aldo.
Oh, I seen that.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, so I don't know how I feel about that, dude.
Jose Aldo's coming down from 45.
Yeah,
he's gonna be
depleted, dude.
Dehydrated.
Super depleted.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's an insane list, man. You got Marlon Moraes, Sterling, Sandhagen, Yan, Sunsao, Pedro Munoz, Jimmy Rivera, Cody Garbrandt's gonna be coming back. Staman's not no punk. Uriah Faber's back. Dominic Cruz is back, and you got Henry Cejudo at the top. So that's the whole top 10 is
some names
titles for sure. I think Max beats Volkanovski, and then he moves to 55. So that's gonna be interesting. But shout out to Max Holloway though.
He's been tearing it up.
Yeah. He's probably going to be the best 145er ever, for sure.
Blessed area.
Yeah. But shout out to all the Hawaiians out there. Doing some big stuff, man. Some big people are coming out of Hawaii, dude.
Yeah, I want to go fight out there.
Dude, you should, man. Taste that Hawaiian thunder, bro.
Forgot I was talking to somebody that they know, a promoter out there that's been throwing some events. So
is it World X1 or whatever?
I think something like
X1
that.
World Events? Yeah. So, Christian and Angela actually competed there before they went to one.
Oh, that's where they started.
So yeah, Max Holloway won the title there. Christian Lee, Angela Lee won. I think Ray Cooper won.
Right.
Ray Cooper won. Braden Akale won from there, I think. But yeah, that's where like all these guys are coming from, is from the X1. So shout out to them, man. They're doing some big stuff. It's funny because they host like a lot of stuff. They host like little like mini mini shows there.
Events.
Yeah, events. And it's like in my city. It's in Waipahu. It's like in like a little like YMCA or whatever, like close to like one of those. But dude, everyone's super loud, man.
I probably love it.
Yeah, it's just in our culture, dude. Everyone loves to fight there. And everyone likes just bang it out, dude. So if there's ever a UFC in Hawaii, it's gonna be freaking loud, dude. People are gonna lose their minds. So that's what Max Holloway's campaigning for. But yeah, so Ray Cooper's in the PFL. He's actually in the finals again this year.
That's tight.
I can't remember who he's fighting. He lost to this Russian dude. He got choked out, but the Russian dude ended up losing in the semis. So he's fighting somebody else now. For that $1 million, yeah. So it's like $1 million. It's a Grand Prix $1 million prize.
Nice.
So hopefully they get it, man. Like there's like the Cooper family. Their dad wrestled. He wrestled for my school back in the day, Waipahu High School. His coach was Hikichi, the guy that trains me now. Yeah. So he grew up with him.
The lineage.
Yeah, and so he ended up fighting. He ended up losing to Jake Shields back in his day. And then when Ray grew up, he fought Jake Shields and he knocked him out twice.
Wow.
So yeah, his dad lost to him, and then he got the revenge double time for his dad. You know. That's crazy. Like to think that, like, dude, like you're fighting, right, and then you lose to some guy, and then your son grows up and kicks this guy's ass twice. You know, like, that's crazy, dude. Like, to be fighting that long, you know, but shout out to Jake Shields for that, dude.
That's a long time.
Yeah. So, but the thing about the Cooper family is, like, they're all fighting now. So, you have Ray, he's at the top, and he was a 3-time state champion, and then I think he just went straight into fighting. But I would love to have him on the podcast, dude. Like, that's why I want to go home to Hawaii, because I have a lot of people out there, dude. Yeah, and the Cooper family, I love the Cooper family, dude. They've always been, like, perfect role models on, like, how to be, just not even as an athlete, but just as, like, a good family, as good people, you know? So you have Ray at the top. He's the oldest. He's been fighting for a while. Blake, I think he has the highest ceiling. Nothing against the other brothers, but Blake, he was a 3-time state champ, and every time I saw him wrestle, he destroyed every single person, and so he went on to he wrestled at NAIA, Warner Pacific. Are you familiar with Warner Pacific Academy?
I'm not sure.
Or a college or a university or whatever.
Still good though.
Yeah, so he ended up becoming a national champion in wrestling for the NAIA.
That's good.
Yeah, at 165, and then he moved back home, back to Wahoo, and so he's starching everybody, dude.
Oh man, he's fighting now.
Yeah, but the thing is, he's more calculated. He's more patient. He has better wrestling. So I think he has the highest ceiling out of all of them. But yeah, dude. And then you have Balin, which is I don't think he's fighting. He's not fighting. I asked him like a few months ago, like, hey, are you fighting? He's like, no, I'm just gonna be working, man. Like, supporting the brothers though. You know, I was like, oh, that's cool. And then the youngest one, so Blake was a little bit older than me, so I don't really talk to him that much. But Balin, he was a year younger than me, and then they have a younger brother, Makoa. He's the youngest boy, I think. There's like 5 of them. Yeah. Oh, wow. But they're all studs, dude. All state champions.
Wrestling. Man.
Yeah, they're all state champions. So I wrestled Balin my senior year of high school, and so we both lost our first matches, and then we had to fight our way back in because we were on the backside, and it was either me or him that were going to state, and he ended up just whooping my ass because he was obviously the better wrestler. And then their youngest brother Makoa, he's a state champ too. He just started fighting too.
Wow.
So I think he just had his first fight. I don't know if it was amateur, professional. Probably, I think amateur. But he destroyed the kid. Gave the kid the works, dude.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
It's a fighting family.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. I feel like I kind of grew up in a fighting family back in the day, you know. Mm-hmm. I feel like my mom used to hear stories of my mom trying to get down.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So, you know, I kind of just took to it. I felt like as soon as I had my first fight, I was like, this is what I do. You know? This is what I like to do. You know, I just like to compete and when I get to talk somebody or kick somebody, it's pretty fun.
Yeah. You take pride in?
Yeah, I know. And people talk about like you fight, like
I
fight. You're not scared. You're not nervous. I'm like,
it's what I do, man. It's the way my
life. It is what it is.
Yeah.
You know?
It is what it is.
Like Max says, it's tight, man. I like it.
Yeah.
I miss it right now. Hopefully, I'll get in there soon.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Like, I'm excited for you because I know you've been in the game for a while, but you're just getting started. You know, you just had your first professional fight, and you're still hungry, dude. Like it looked like easy work for you. You know, so it looked like. Did you have any serious injuries after that fight, or?
Not necessarily.
Like little bruises and stuff.
Little couple ground and pound, but not too much. You know. We'll see. Hopefully, get on the card soon.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. The thing is, like, because I want to do these like vlogs and stuff, with every person that I do, and I want to do one on YouTube. You know, like go to your next fight.
Follow up. That'd be cool.
Am I able to go backstage and stuff and like?
I could probably make it happen.
Cool, for sure. Yeah.
Press pass.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Just so we can get like that backstage access, you know, like because a lot of people haven't seen what it looks like back there.
Nobody knows. What
exactly. You know,
barely anybody gets allowed in the back.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, but just like to ask you, like, just like how, like if you're prepared, you know, like how was your camp? You know, how are you feeling? Stuff like that. How's your weight cut? It's probably wouldn't be too bad for you, you know, because you probably have your weight cut down to a T. Your diet's pretty good.
Done it a couple times.
Yeah, done it too many times. But yeah, and so like, dude, like go to your fight, go to your weigh-in. You know, like do you guys have ceremonial weigh-ins?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So like go to
your
weigh-in.
Before now, it's beautiful.
Yeah. So you have a day to recover. You know, wrestling, you know, you have an hour.
Yeah, just like wrestling and amateur MMA fighting, you weigh in the morning and you compete right there. You know? So it's like, being a pro is kind of a little rewarding now.
Yeah. So yeah, like go to your weigh-in, dude.
Cool.
Like interview you before your fight if you're cool with that, because I know people want to get in the element and stuff. But just like we can even do it hours before you even get up there. Like win or lose, congratulate you. You know, we'll go out, get some drinks after whatever you do. Like after fights,
we'll always have a good time.
Yeah. Like what do you do after fights?
We just go to celebrate. You know, last time we went and had Korean barbecue and had a couple of drinks. You know, had a good amount, like 10, 15 people come, so it's pretty cool. You know,
have your family and friends around that love and support you. You know, so like that's like the meat of like what I want to do this for, is to like give like substance to people, because there's so much bullshit online and like dude, like so much shit online that people watch and you don't learn anything. Like you're literally like learning nothing. But right now people are learning like what the life of you is about, like what the lifestyle of fighters, like what you go through, like the ups and downs, you know, stuff like that, like your weight cuts, all that stuff, you know, like people will never understand that stuff, but if you paint a picture to the message, then they'll get it, you know.
Yeah, a lot of them haven't seen none of it.
Exactly. And this is all like also to promote you and as well, you know. But yeah, man, I'm excited for you. Yeah, just keep me updated on your next fight, because like fighters are a lot, like athletes are a lot harder, because especially fighters, because if we were to do this podcast 2 weeks before you fought, it would kind of like, you know, throw you off. I feel like it would throw you off track. Do you think so or no?
Not necessarily. Just gotta watch what you say. A lot of people watch what you do, you know. Yeah. And sometimes people don't make it to weigh-ins. Or they'll drop out of a fight, week of a fight. I've had a couple dropouts week of a fight, and as an amateur, this excuse, that excuse, you know. So I don't really be too public with my process, you know. But I do keep my fans and my family and everybody kind of up to date with how everything's going. It's not too much visual. You wanna obviously like move in silence a lot too. You know, a lot of people. I would think a lot of people. I don't know, but I would think like a lot of people in the fight game, because there's a lot of talkers, you know, and then there's a lot of people that just stay silent and like let their work do the talking. Exactly.
You know, and you look like one of those guys. So.
I don't like to talk too much. You know, I try to be humble and respectful, because it is a fight, and they're getting in there to do the same thing I'm doing. You know, somebody's gonna win, somebody's gonna lose, somebody's gonna get their face punched in, you know, or taken down, or whatever it gets to. So you have to respect in there. You have to have respect, because you don't have respect, then you're definitely probably gonna catch one.
That's true.
So it's exciting. To get in there it's actually like a roller coaster, I would say. You know, the ups and downs, you know, your emotions, your thoughts. But I try to stay positive, as much positive as I can. Remember why I do it, you know, my family, my friends, my team, you know, everybody that supports me. So it's
excited for you, bro.
Coaster. Yeah, I'm excited too. Actually, like, there's a couple of promotions that I have my eyes on that should be happening within the next couple months.
What's stopping you from doing it? Is it just like management stuff, like you're trying to get all the
not necessarily
all the nooks and crannies?
Yeah, it's just like timing, you know. It's timing. I've been spending a lot of time with my daughter. She's still young, so. And then I started working at the high school, so it's just taking more of my time. But we're gonna move around now and get into camp real soon, so then we can follow up and you guys could see a little bit of the life of a fighter.
Exactly. Well, yeah, dude. I think you want to wrap it up right here. Or you want to keep talking, or
it's all good. I don't know.
For sure. What are you doing after this? You got anything going on? We can get some grub. It's on me. Get some drinks.
I'm down. I'm always down to eat, except for if I'm in camp.
But yeah, dude. Hey, thank you for coming on, brother. Hey, wish you the best of luck, and dude, like ceiling's so high for you, man. Like this is the reason. Like you were one of the very reasons why I started this like podcast and stuff.
Thanks, brother. Thanks.
And dude, like I love supporting people that are champions at heart, and I believe you're one of those. So yeah, man.
Thank you, brother. All right. Means a lot.